Hello guys, today we're going to see one topic for the Rhce exam X300 for engineer. The topic today we are going to see or cover is the Samba service. So okay, we will show you first that we still supporting the people that want to practice or prepare for the RHCSA exam. This is gonna be tomorrow at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's 33 hours. Okay, but well, let's start. I have already my VM. I'm going to revert or restore the snapshot. Okay, there we go. Let me restore this. On the right side, I write down all the instructions or the commands that are going to execute on this server. Okay, I want to show the IP, the host name, and let's start. Okay, verify everything looks great. Okay, just install the Samba package. It's the first command that we're going to install on the server. Okay, in this server the C Linux is on enforcing mode, so we need to take care about the C context, the file context on the Samba share. Create a group, Samba share. Now let's create a few users. Just create two. I'm going to append or add to the Samba share group. Okay, now let's create the Samba password. Pretty much the same loop. Just change the SMB password -a Samba password. Add this append or create a new one. Okay, retype the password, a short one. Oh, I make a mistake. Let me control break and start again. I'm gonna say a very easy password. Okay, sorry. Okay, now let's create a directory, or let's just first edit the configuration file. Is on xcv samba/smb-conf. So here you can see the global session. You can specify the group, the work group name. I want to say lab how to share Samba. Yeah, it's enough. You can put whatever you want. Also the security gonna be user and the password db as keep it on that way. Don't touch it. Now let's create a name of the share. I'm gonna say smv share comment. The comment gonna be whatever you want. Okay, now let's see comment. You see on the right side the path. Okay, the path is gonna be the directory that you create, and you need to append the context. But I will show you without context and with context on C Linux how is the behavior of this Samba share. It's very important here in the right list. I prefer to work with right list, because if you use valid users, by default it's it's very hard. If you are very good using both, you're welcome to use on the exam, but I prefer use just write list and specify all the users that can write on the share. If there are no user on the Samba group, Samba share, or on this line, it's gonna be read only, because by default it's read only. So now let me enable this SMV and NMV. Let me start the service. Let me open the firewall. Permanent add service. The service is Samba. Okay. Okay, now let me reload the password, the firewall, and now test perm is going to show you the configurations. Okay, now let's make a dir. The directory is on as srv samba. Let's change the permissions on this directory to 775 samba, and also let's change the group ownership for this share, samba share. Okay, now looks great. Remember, I don't apply yet the file context on this directory. So okay, now let me go to the server, to the client. So let me verify first here. Okay, it's good. I'm going to restart the service just in case. Okay, now let's move this to the left side. Now you want to see the client configuration. The client is very easy. We need to install two RPMs, two package. So save utils and samba client. Okay, so a little bit up. Okay, great. Okay, let's create the, let's verify first. This is the host name. This is the IP address 174, and the IP address on the server is 173. There we go. Okay, there you go back. Okay, let's install these two RPMs. Okay, save dash utils. Okay, this way. Create the destination or the mount point. Okay, now let's mount as user 1. User 1 do not exist on this client, so let's verify first. Okay, SMV client, you see here, when you say root password, just hit enter, don't worry about it. So in this case I'm going to mount manually. User 1 do not exist on the client, so because it's for regular mount. Okay, I want to mount this on Samba. The name of the share is SMV share. I'm going to mount on Samba. Okay, the password, very easy. Okay, there we go. Now if I go to the Samba, now it's empty. I'm going to create a new file with hello. Okay, I am user 1. Okay, let me create the file. Permission denied. Okay, you see now the problem is with CE Linux. So let's go back to the server. Verify everything. So let's go back here and let's check the file context for this Samba directory. So you see this user 1 is member of Samba share, so the configuration on the Samba server is right. Just we need to apply the new context to this directory. Sorry. Let me show you the configuration. You see, it's member of Samba share. Okay. See, it's the same one, so there are no permissions issues. Is the file context issues because I open the firewall, I restart the service. So let's verify the file context. You see, it's on object var T, whatever. Okay, let me see. Cmanage f context dash a dash t samba underscore chair underscore t. I need to open quotes, service samba, open brackets, parentheses, slash dot start close question mark and close quote. And now it take a few seconds. It's very hard, very fast. Okay, now let's restore icon. The file context dash VVR is just for verbals output. Okay, here we go. Now looks great. Restart the service just in case. We don't need to, but it's a good practice. Okay, let's do the same thing now. You see, it works. So great. Now let's create a let's unmount this and let's create an entry on FS tab. Okay. For create this entry on FS tab for user 1, for example, for a specific user, we're going to create a file with the credentials for this username. Okay, gonna be user1. Okay, sorry, username equals user1. I'm going to put on root. Let's say name user1. Yeah, close. And the password is, you need to add another entry. It's gonna be password equal and the password. I put my name as the password. Because for testing, and it's very good practice to change the permissions on this file to 400, but it's alright, we're testing. Now let's append this line to the FS tab. Okay. Echo name of the server, chairs, slash, I'm gonna say on Samba user 1, one slash only. Samba user 1 is a safe credentials, root user 1. Now let's say dev underscore net dev. This prevents that this mount don't mount until the network bring up. This avoids issues during the boot time. So now need to create a directory, make dir, okay, create user 1 and now mount dash a. Here we go. Now go to the directory. Let's try to cut the file. Let's try to append a line to the file. More to some. There we go. Good to go. Now let's try the multi-user mode now on this for the Samba server. Okay, first let me remove this line. I'm also like going to mount the actual Samba user 1. Okay, it's not there. Now let's create a new mount point, right? Multi-user. In that case, you see, it's just for the groups, for the user members of this group, Samba chair. Okay. The other user just can read on the directory, but let's run quick that file. sv password Fidel is an existing user on the server, that's why I don't create it, and also is an existing user on the client. So let's mount this as Fidel. One more. Where is the line? Come on. There we go. This is the line. Fidel. Okay, let's change the username. Let's type the password. I mount. Now if I go to Samba, I can see the files, but also, okay, I can cut it because the permission on the directory is read and read for everyone. That's why I can read this file or the directory. But I don't have permissions to add or to edit nothing inside this directory. So now there are two ways. One, we can append the username to the Samba server. See, we can add it. Okay, restart. Okay, now when I try it, let me unmount first. Now let me use this. Okay, create the credential file. See, I will type, yeah, this is the password that I set for Samba password for the username. Let me change the permissions. Now I copy and paste this because it's more easy now. The new thing here is the multi-user options, and the sec is NTLM SSP. This is the new option that we need to append in order to mount this directory as multi-user mode. So now I own the directory. Okay, I can cut the file. Okay, cool. But if I try, like, for example, to wait. Okay, we try to add a new line. If it was here, let me say, you see, read-only mode. Okay, the thing here is, let me close this. I'm able to change nothing. You need to add the user fidel and ACL to that directory, or change the permissions ownership for the others, like set as 777 permissions on the directory. This is gonna be a good idea, but you need to, if you do this on the XAMPP, you need to very well know how to manage how to restrict permissions on the smvconf file. You see here the Fidelas ECL to read and write on the directory, and now you see we are able to edit the file. Also we are able to cut a file and to append the line using echo. Let me see. Oh wait. Oh, let me show you how the user 2 do not exist on the client. I create a user, I change to that user, and now we try to cd until multi-user directory is where I mount the Samba share. If I do the ls-lsd, star, you will see the first line, multi-user permission denied, and we don't see any multi-user. You see, this is because we need to load the credentials for user 2 in that case from the server. Is cif create add Red Hat Enterprise Linux 73.sample.com, type the password, and now when I run the same command, you can see now the multi-user directory. You see, as user 2 is mounted now as user 2. Here you don't see it. Now let's try to cd on that directory. Okay, in the directory, let's create a file. I hope this first video about the about the Rhce exam, this is a very easy questions, but it's very good to practice, because the practice, the key of the to pass the exam is practice, and don't learn to just for the exam, just learn to manage a Linux server, the best way to manage a Linux server. Okay, there you go. That's it. I'm going to wait for the feedbacks and also comments, like, dislike. See you in the next video, and hopefully we see some people on these oncoming meetings. And also you can free to join, subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys, and see you in the next video.